Jain Zar, the Storm of Silence, founder of the Howling Banshees, Ninja Star wielder, inspiration to horrible wailing emo bands, Phoenix Lord Badass. In this video, I'm going to butcher some fluff in an attempt to share the lore and history of Jain Zar. Then we're going to take a look at the tabletop models from the original sculpt to the 2019 update, which I'll be unboxing and building. I might cover some rules, we'll have to wait and see. So the Eldar had just finished with their Chaos God creating orgy and were trying to come to terms with the aftermath, and I don't mean having a cigarette and a cuddle. War was everywhere and the pointy-hatted space elves were well up against it. Eldar worlds crumbled and burned. Most of the race was wiped out in a psychic explosion. The Eldar who remained took off in staggeringly huge craft-world ships to survive, and have sailed the stars on board them ever since. Thankfully, there was a chap called Azurman, and he was a fearsome warrior during the fall, and came across another warrior, Jain Zar. So they explored the path of the warrior together, and she became the first of the Azuria, the children of Azure, as I said, butchering names as I go. She was a fast and ferocious sword maiden, and once her learning under Azurman was complete, she founded the first of the aspects of the Path of the Warrior, the Howling Banshees. She travelled the webway, honing her skills and warcraft, and founding aspect shrines on each craft world she visited, and to this day she still drops in to each of them for a cup of tea and a catch-up, making sure everything is kept up to scratch and hunky-dory. Jain Zar is crazy fast and has a super loud scream. It unleashes a psychosonic barrage which can liquefy people's brains. To help with this brain gooping, she wears a mask with the rather original title of The Mask of Jain Zar. She also wields two hand weapons, the Blade of Destruction, a pointy sword on a stick, and Janas Moor, better known as the Silent Death, a ninja star on steroids. Together, these weapons make her a whirling tornado, leaving nothing but sheared up limbs and puddles of brains in her wake. The aspect warriors that train at the shrines of the Howling Banshee are mostly female Eldari, and this is a super refreshing change from the absolute sausage fest of the Imperium. Her followers also train in close combat techniques with blades and plenty of screaming. So that's a super quick and ever so slightly tongue-in-cheek look at the lore surrounding Jain Zar. So onto the model range. 1994 was the year it all kicked off for Jain Zar in model form. Her old metal miniature being released during 2nd edition 40k with the amazing Eldar Codex. Funnily enough, that was the first codex I ever owned. The model was 3 parts, her body, then separate arms holding her war gear. The tiny contact point of her toe on the base was something not really seen at the time. Most models have had their feet firmly planted on the floor, shoulder width apart, in the classic I'm squatting to have a shit pose of the 90s. This sculpt lasted 25 long years until finally the sculpt got a modern update in 2019. Jain Zar was finally available in plastic, only originally as part of the Blood of the Phoenix box set. Now sculpted to a suitably in proportion scale, she's now taller than a Guardian and actually looks like she can fuck some shit up. Jez Goodwin, godfather of the Eldar, or Eldari as they're bafflingly now known, sculpted both of these as far as I can tell and did an amazing job on both, a quarter of a century apart. And so that brings us up to the present day, and this box I was lucky to find in my local GW in the Last Chance Saloons section. We'll get the shrink wrap off and we'll see what's inside. So, opening up the box, we can see we get one sprue, we get a little guide, and there's the base as well. That's it for the box. So on the front, we've just got the single model on the front, and on the back, we've got a few close-up details, which don't actually appear to be any more close-up than the actual model, just from different angles. And then a handy little painting guide on the side there, which, yeah, I might use, I might not. So, looking at the sprue, it is a really nicely detailed sprue. Everything seems to fit really well. So the hair comes in 2 pieces. We've then got extra hair there. We've got her mask of Jain Zar. And we've got a nice little bit of scenic base. We've got some pointy bits, possibly feet. I don't think they're hands. We got the ridiculously thin ribbons there that are flowing off of her blade of destruction. There's the silent death. That looks particularly gruesome. And yeah, just some more fantastically funky looking bits. So that is a really nice looking sprue. So now I guess it is time to get my hobby on and see if I can get all of this spindly plastic to look good somehow. In we move with the old hobby desk and cue time lapse. Go, all built, and yeah, it wasn't too bad, I guess. A little bit of a nightmare in places. Some of the joins, like where this arm joins and that hand joins on, they are not particularly well sort of grooved. Oh, blimey. Okay, you can see that's pretty solid now. But yeah, they're not particularly well grooved, so it's really hard to get them where they're supposed to be whilst you've got plastic cement melting the actual plastic. But other than that, yeah, it's all right. A little bit of a scary moment trying to clean some of the connectors, the gubbins gates, possibly I want to say. But other than that, yeah, it's really cool and looks super dynamic. So that's the shot that we get on the box. So something kind of like that. Then if you just keep rotating it though, looks absolutely amazing from all kinds of angles. That one there particularly just looks absolutely amazing from that side. That leap is just amazing. The way that the hair was created as well, that's kind of like an Easter egg, for want of a better word. It's kind of like hollow on the inside, like an Easter egg, and then you attach it to the back of the mask. So that was pretty cool to see. And yeah, it was a really nice way to build things. Just, yeah, some of the connectors could have done with being a bit stronger, but altogether, that was a fairly steady build. So we'll just have a really quick look at the Codex and see how much she costs and what war gear she has and what it actually does. So as you might have seen from my previous video about what craft world I'm doing, I haven't actually played in quite a long time. So last time I played, there weren't power rankings for models. So Jain Zar's a power 7. Points are now 125 points. So that's not too bad. She's got an 8-inch movement, weapon skill 2+, ballistic skill 2+. So it looks like they switched it around. So that would have been a ballistic skill 5, I believe, in old terms. So they've switched it around, so it actually just tells you what you need to hit now rather than what the ballistic skill is, and then you have the ballistic skill chart to what you need to roll on it. Strength and toughness 4, wounds 6, attacks 4, leadership 9, and she's got a 2+ save. And then her silent death, the whirly thingamajig, has got a range of 12, assault 4, strength of user, -3 on the AP, and damage of 1. Blades of Destruction, the big pokey bit. Melee weapon, obviously hand-to-hand combat, strength +2. We've got an AP of -3, damage D3, and you can re-roll failed wound rolls for this weapon, so that's pretty cool. She's got Ancient Doom and Battle Focus, so those are just general Eldar rules. She is Eldari, Azuani, and an Aspect Warrior. She's a character infantry, Phoenix Lord, Jain Zar. She's got all kinds of other stuff going on. I'm not going to go into that too much because I'm just going to make myself look like a noob fool even more than I already am. So just going to leave it there. So that's my guide to Jain Zar, the Storm of Silence, from her lore to her 2 sculpts, a quick unboxing and build sesh, to my totally unqualified look at the rules. So I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed making it. If you want to see more 40k videos as I build up my Eldar army, you need to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, please. So I'll catch you on the next one for more fun and games. Cheers!